Yeah, okay, so this was a ride I did back in early 2019. I'd not long had the bike and I was off to find the Sheepskin Hut. I'd left home pretty early that morning and went from Newcastle up the Tar to a little village called Broke, and then down the Putty Road which heads south, and you come across a track called the Commission Road. The Commission Road pretty much runs from the Putty Road out to Jerry's Plains. There's a point where it follows the power lines for a while, and it's pretty much 100 k's of what you're seeing here on the screen. It's a good run, but to find the Sheepskin Hut, you turn off the Commission Trail, and then once you've got to the hut, it's just a backtrack. I'd never been there before. I had been on the Commission Road before, but I'd never actually found the hut, so I went out there. That was my mission for the day. I hadn't had the bike long at that point, and I bought it second hand. It come with some good equipment on it. One thing it did have was Midas EO7 tyres front and rear, and I found them pretty ordinary in the dirt. So I took my time. As soon as you give it a bit of a squirt, it would just spin up. I'll just pull up here and have a look at this sandstone wall. Just jutted out of nowhere. Pretty impressive. Well, didn't film much of it, but yeah, it was worth a look. And, since this time, I've had the suspension done on the bike by a local guy, Clive Ward at Motorcycle Biz, and that was springs, complete revalve front and rear, and it transformed the bike incredibly. It raised the rear up to where it's meant to be sitting. It was using about half its travel under its own weight, with everything wound up to the max, so it was never going to work properly. Going over erosion mounds, getting the smallest amount of air, but the front would just bottom out, and it was horrendous. But yeah, it transformed the bike. It's been fantastic ever since. This is the final run down into where Sheepskin Hut turned out to be. I was pretty pleased to get there. I'd seen a lot of pictures of it online. Don't know much about the history of it, so if you do know, comment below, let us know. I did find some graffiti on there that was apparently from the 20s. Not graffiti, but messages written by people. Yeah, approaching it down here, but yeah, like I say, if you know anything about it, comment, let me know. Interested in the local history. Okay, this is what's known as the Sheepskin Hut. It's in the Hunter Valley, off the Hunter Main Trail, which is off the Commission Road. I don't know the history of it, but this one's got no bottom half of walls. I don't know if it was for storing cattle or sheep or something, I don't know. It's pretty well preserved, like the timber's in good nick. This second hut's got a couple of little shutter windows. There's all writing on the walls here from visitors. These blokes graded the road in 1960. There's some older ones. This one here you can only just read 14th of the 5th, 1929. go and have a look. And yeah, the timber in here is pretty well preserved. Looks like water comes in underneath when it rains heavy. But it's in good nick, like it's solid. A couple of benches. If you're keen for a game of darts, it's all good. And the old fireplace. If you're travelling through here and come across some horrible weather, really good bit of shelter. It's a quiet place. There's a long drop toilet down there. It doesn't look anywhere near as old as these huts. And so once I left Commission Hut, I backtracked back out to Commission Road. Not the Commission Hut, Sheepskin Hut. Back out to the Commission Road and headed back north up the Putty Road. It's only about 3 k's and you get to Howes Trail, and you open a gate and Howes Trail will take you from the Putty Road back out to Laguna. And on this day they had a grader through there which made it smooth, lovely. They were still working on it. I came across the grader, but there was some soft, powdery, sandy bits which made it a bit interesting. It was good to break through there. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. Plodding along, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the road, but bearing in mind I was going to come across some bit of equipment at some point. Since I made this video, I cut down that standard screen. I found it a bit high for doing proper off-road. It wouldn't hit you in the face, but it would just get in your eye line and up near the peak of your helmet at going over some rough stuff. Not so much the stuff I'm riding on here. So I hacked it down to just above the height of that GPS that I've got sitting there. And changed the buffeting as well, sort of put the wind at just above chest, just sort of lower neck area, whereas before with it sitting there it was catching me under the peak, and at highway speeds it's sort of trying to pull your head off the whole time. So yeah, I swapped I had a tall screen that came with the bike. I swapped that with a bloke for a short one, so I hacked up that one. And yeah, I don't think I'll put the spare standard one back on at any point because it's just not at the right height for me. This whole area in December last year, so a few months after this fire ripped through, we completely destroyed it. Yeah, the landscape's completely different now when you go through there. It's all regrowing, but it's funny, you ride through and you can see through the corners. They're not blind corners anymore because there's just no bush. And it'll come back. Scorpion Rally front tyre, full knobby, and Motor's Adventure on the back. Better off-road. once I got to Laguna, I sort of slabbed it home in time for the school kid pickup. There's the hut, and yeah, I did stop at Finchley Trig Lookout on the way home. Thanks for watching.